My loving pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, my beloved Guru, distinguished leaders of Prashanti, Brother Reddy, Dr. Reddy, Brother Ravi, and all. And today, I would like to share Sathya Sai Baba Central Council of Malaysia, our experience in the transformation of human consciousness in three areas: selfless service, human values, and national unity. In fact, I also would like to acknowledge the presence of four chiefs of Malaysia here, the presidents, the past presidents. They're all here by chance: Brother Jiga, Brother Chia, Brother Billy, and now Brother Suresh. Why I have to say this is, I am just a mouthpiece standing on the shoulders of a giant. Okay. In the next 8 minutes, we will look at how it was done and how we can improve in this area of human consciousness. Selfless service. All the Sai centers in Malaysia, including the budget unit, there are about 80. We do regular services. Yes, but if we do that, we will be only limited to ourselves. So what we have done now is to establish contact with many other groups. One of these projects is this project ABC, Action for Betterment of Community. It was done quite some time ago. But in this project, it's a massive 3 years project on educare, social care, and Medicare. And this area is considered as a black area. Because of the success of this particular project, where we focus on family values, family unity, interfaith, racial unity, elevation of human values, we had this project and it became a success. What happened was, these are the results then. There was some reduction we saw. So using this project, the National Unity Department of the Ministry and the Prime Minister's Department invited the Sai to participate in CAP projects they have identified. They have identified about 20 areas, black areas in Malaysia, where people living in this high-rise building with a lot of problems. And 10 areas were given to Sathya Sai. And we are working with them. Not only that, they invited us to do training to the government officials in this National Unity Department. And another one is the University Malaya. You all know Brother Suresh Govind is a professor and he works in University Malaya. He in fact proposed it didn't happen in a day. A few years we were trying our best, and finally the University Malaya has made this subject compulsory service for all new students. So every year since 2 years ago, 3,500 new students have to do 2 credit hours of service as a subject, a compulsory subject. And this was introduced by the Sai to University Malaya. So we had a training for the University Malaya lecturers. And other higher institutions of learning like Tar College and whatnot have actually invited the Sai. Here are some of the training done, and these are the lecturers in the university. This is the first university, University Malaya, 3,500 students. Human Value Project. An example will be Shakti. Shakti is an acronym. In Malaysia, we are very famous for a lot of acronyms. One of those is Shakti, strengthening heart, attitude, knowledge, talent, and image. This is for some backward students in some colleges where they did not do very well in their O levels, or what we call it the SPM. The youth had programs for them. And what were the results is, the students were inspired to give up smoking and drinking. They had all these kind of habits. In fact, some of the students go to college, their parents do not know what they do. Next morning you will find them lying at the staircase of the colleges drunk. These are the students we work with, especially the youth. Over the 8 weeks period, actually the students were transformed. Many of them made confession. In fact, some of them did in the Sai Baba centers itself. Students realized why they should respect their parents. They became responsible and improved in their studies. Total of 450 students transformed in the past 5 years. with the participation of 30 Sai youth. These are the training program done, basically focusing on the Indian youth in Malaysia. Other human values program are STAR. Yesterday, Dr. Sarala spoke about Rise for VIP, Hope, Honor Our Parents Every Day, Parents Appreciation Day. And not only that, what happened is because Sai was doing all these projects, other NGOs came to us to train their volunteers to do similar program in their places. It's Rise for VIPs. And the third part of my thing is national unity. National unity, an example, is service beyond race, sports amongst youth, FGI's musical drama and orchestra, and visit to places of worship. Here you will see this picture. This is taken in University Malaya. The picture on this side, 3,500 students are sitting watching the interfaith orchestra. And this interfaith orchestra is really interfaith and interracial. The Malay, Chinese, Indians were performing at the other end, including Brother Billy also played one instrument at this place. Right? And the drama celebrating friendship and unity. If a Malay guy is acting, it will be a Malay guy. A Punjabi guy is a Punjabi guy. Not an Indian guy acting as a Malay, Indian guy acting as Punjabi or whatnot. So this drama and all these were done in front of 3,500 students, not only once, 3 times already. In fact, this September, when they come for the orientation week, I think they'll be inviting again the Sai group to do it. And it's a massive thing if you will go to watch these students, how they waved and cheered these people. But what is important is the cast. The cast, they became good friends. The Malay boy, the Chinese boy, the Indian guy, the Punjabi guy, and another Indian guy who was a Christian. They are good friends now because they were doing a lot of rehearsal and all that. So you see that happens, that's a result of this. You can see all these students. It's quite a massive thing if you are there. And another project is, remember I mentioned about the community adoption project. What the Sai people did, took the youth from the flats and went and did a service project in a home. All the youth were Malays, mainly Malays. So here they went to a place where the home is made up of Chinese, and they started feeding. They cleaned that place, and they did their doa and all that. You know, Malaysia, as far as religion is concerned, is a bit sensitive. And here, the children were feeding. First time in their life, a Malay girl is feeding a Chinese boy, because it is for them it's a transformation, not for everybody. Because in some countries it's normal, but not in my country. Not for everybody. So they see that they realize how fortunate they are. They realize how fortunate they were. And this is how we had a debrief session for all these youth. It's an example. Lessons learned. We need to expand human consciousness via service. Not just by doing it ourselves, but involving others. Inclusivity. Yesterday someone spoke here, the past leader, the youth leader spoke, right? Swami wants us, the message is love all, serve all. So we have to love all and serve all. That is the theme of this pre-world conference today. The thing, you want to realize this, we must expand it. It is not our objective to create Sai devotees, but our objective is to reach out. And what Baba says, if you are a Hindu, be a better Hindu. If you are a Muslim, be a better Muslim. That is what we are trying to do. And working with groups and organizations. This builds our capacity and capability to do selfless service with love. An example, I end with this example. Relief for flood victims in East Coast, where the 45 youth came with their own initiative, because I know President always calls the youth or reprimand the youth. Where are y'all? What happened to y'all? Y'all go through the Bali Vikas program, then suddenly y'all disappeared. So have disappeared, into the thin air. But this time, because of all this program, they came forward, they made the proposal at the East Coast flood, which happened recently. And we visited this place 3 times in the span of 14 days. And you will shortly, I will show you all a short video on this, a 1-minute video. Okay, this is what they did. And what is so different about this project, the Sai Baba group, is they went to the doorstep, they gave these relief items to the person, not leaving it in a common place to be collected. And everybody, in fact, someone picked this up and put it in the Facebook, not our Sai devotees. There were more than 10,000 hits, if I'm not mistaken, and everyone says Sai Ram in the Facebook. It was started by a machine gun. Now, and this was another thing, it was a big breakthrough for us, where there was an interfaith prayer for MH370, and MH370 is still not found yet. You pray harder. And it was done in the mosque in Putrajaya. Thank you, Jai Sai Ram. But before I leave, I'd like you all to watch a 1-minute video on Sai Ram East Coast. Brother?
Truth needs a hero. Truth needs
Here, what happened is, many groups, not just Sai, everyone came to pack the food materials at the Pure Life Society on the 1st of January. And a prayer, special prayers was done by Brother Jega the early morning on 2nd at about 4 o'clock. And they all left for Kuala Karai. And these things were all transported to Kuala Karai. Across the river. The river was flooded. It was not an easy task. Over a period of 48 hours.
I am your hero, I am your friend.
All the boxes had this Sai Ram.
I am mother, my country, mother, my life. I am your hero, I am your friend. I need you, mother, you need me too.
They needed school uniform. Immediately the youth came back, we purchased uniform and sent it to Kuala Karai immediately, in between the 2 weeks. With that, I thank you for the birth. Sai Ram. What I would like to say before I leave the stage is this. This type of service, even if we have not done it, many people would have done it. I think so. But are we transformed? With that, thank you, Sai Ram.